Hi, Pius.
Hi, Janice.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine.
All right, thank you for coming to DevFest Tanzania. Karibu. You can start your session now.
Okay. Uh, I'm here today. Everyone is seeing my presentation? Okay.
We can't see your screen as yet.
Even now?
Not yet. Just go to the share screen button below.
Oh. Apple.
Um, yes, now we can.
Yeah, so I'm here to talk about data line, a unified platform as a service built for IoT applications. My key points today are going to be in mainly three areas. I'm going to talk about what is it, why should we even bother about this platform, and how is it built? How does it achieve what it say it achieves? So what is really data line? It is a secure multi-protocol cloud native platform for real-time and data-intensive IoT applications. The key areas there, it's multi-protocol, data-intensive, and real-time sense in this IoT application. Uh, this data line, it mainly sits between data consumers and data producers. The data consumers are anywhere. They can be data pipelines, they can be mobile apps, they can be machine learning models that are trained by live data, they can be actuator, they can be dashboard. But this data are coming from areas like cameras, trackers, sensors, digital twins, and so forth. And on a bigger picture, the data producers mainly sit on the edge or on the fog. And and data consumers are pretty much everywhere. Now, data line sits in between these two. And what it offers is identity and access management, storage, event bus, and monitoring and management of these devices. Why did we really build data line in the first place? It started as a small project. We were tasked at the College of ICT to build a water monitoring system that had to monitor the temperature in the tanks around the college. There were enormous amount of data we couldn't handle from just two sensors. So that was the motivation. That if we really get a hard time in handling the data of a sensor that is deployed in every tank. What if we are handling the sensors in the whole area? So that was pretty much the motivation, that it's just not easy to build and deploy an IoT application. There are a lot of things you have to consider. Now that's the main motivation. And it's projected by 2025 we will have 21.5 billion of connected IoT devices worldwide, or even more. So what does this bring? Having more than 20 billion devices connected around the world. So it brings concerns like security. You have to be sure that these connected devices are secured. And when we say about connected device, they can be cars. It can be your door. It can be anything. So the matter of security really matters. And the second thing is data storage. How can you store the data of those sensors, of those data that are produced by those sensors? And another thing is interoperability. You are having 21.5 billion devices connected. Not just themselves, but they are connected by other systems. They are connected by your phone, they are connected by your car. How can you ensure the interoperability of these devices, the systems, digitally? And the last thing, I think, it's scalability. You must be able to add the devices, because this number will only keep growing. We are not going to go back. It will keep growing. So how are you sure that your system, the IoT applications that you deployed, offer you a chance to scale up? So these problems now bring about data line. So why data line? Data lines, at the first point, it helps developers concentrate on their problems. It enables fast prototyping, it enables easy storage of and data availability, interoperability, and it gives you room for scalability. I'm going to say why do we think this platform enables developers to concentrate on their problems, or why does it enable fast prototyping? How does it enable easy storage of this data and the availability of it? How ability, and how does it give developers the room to scale up their applications? Before I talk about that, how does this platform does that? Uh, Use cases of this data line. How can you use it? I have mentioned quite a few, but there are a lot of places that can be used. I have mentioned just a few to give you a picture on where it can be used. The first time you can use it in fleet management. You want to manage the fleet. Where are they? Industrial automation, smart houses, remote monitoring of anything, and train models. There are people now are training models on live data. You are monitoring your farm somewhere. You have kept your small weather station. You want to monitor temperature and humidity. At the same time, maybe you want to train a model to predict the weather condition of that area. So that's where data line comes in hand. Now we are going to talk about how. How do we think that data lines can fit in these use cases? Uh, it first, well, it was built in this technological stack. It used Golang. It's quite a not so much of a mature language because it hasn't been around for more than 10 years. Made by Google to address their internal problems uh, about multiple processing. It's very easy to understand. It's very simple, very lightweight. And another thing, it's nuts. Nuts in this project, it is used as an event bus. An event bus is something that sits between those who produce the data and those who consume it. It is very fast. It's also written in Go. And also, data line, another technology uses gRPC. It's a Google remote procedure. Uh, it's internal Google RPC framework, and Redis and Postgre for data storage and caching. So this is how actually data line looks. It has the blue colors are the system. These are outside the integrated application business system. Those are outside of the system, but these are the key components of those systems. So we we mentioned about helping developers concentrate on their jobs. If I am a developer, I want to create an application that turn off and turn on lights remotely. I just have to concentrate on that. What don't I have to concentrate on? I don't have to concentrate on building a protocol, a HTTP server on an MQTT server or a co-op server. I don't really have to concentrate on that. I just have to concentrate on connecting maybe my phone and the lighting system at home. So that's the first point. You don't have to concentrate on on security. You don't have to concentrate on storage because data line offers that to you. And you can start quickly. You can start prototyping without setting up data storage, without worrying about security, without worrying about this event service bus and message broker. So these blocks, as explained here, there is the identity and access management. Who access the data you're storing? Who should post the data? There's a block for that. There's a block for things management. When I say things here, I mean sensors, actuator, digital twins, other system, publishing the data to be consumed by other systems. They are all data line provide you a way of managing them. Managing it means registering them, providing them with an API key, revoking them so that they no longer valid in your system, and all of that. And also, data line provide a multi-protocol communication bridge. When we are why do we need the protocols? For example, with MQTT, that's a subscribing messaging protocol. Then why do we need protocols? MQTT is not, you can't integrate it in a browser. If you want to monitor your car somewhere, you can't do it in a browser if you're using MQTT. You have to use WebSocket. So that's where WebSocket comes. Why do we need HTTP? MQTT is for lightweight payloads, not for big payloads like pictures or cameras. You'll have a hard time streaming a camera using MQTT. But HTTP will act very, very fine in that. But HTTP also cannot be used in a constrained devices where they are these are low or end devices deployed on the edge. So you don't need HTTP there, but you need MQTT, the same as Core. That's why these protocols are better used together, and that's how in this multi-protocol communication bridge comes in handy. This multi-protocol bridge accepts the message using the adapter set there, and it distributes the message. So you might post your message. For example, say your sensors has posted a message using MQTT, and then it is passed to the event service bus, and the event service bus used in this platform is NATS.io. The event service distributes that message to all the 4 protocols. So you can get your message in real time, whether you in MQTT, in WebSocket, HTTP, or QAM. No matter which of these 4 protocols is used to publish the message. And then also it offers data management. As you see here, your data are managed here. They are stored no matter how the volume of the data, no matter how the lifetime. So you are not really going to worry about where do I store my data. I need to add more sensors. Now I'm having headaches about where should I store the sensors data. And you know, sensor post data almost on real time, every second. So you can imagine in a few weeks, the amount of data you're going to have. So you don't, but you do, when you're using data, you don't really have to worry about that. And then there is an API gateway. Maybe you want to fetch your data. You want to feed those data into other systems. So data line provides you with an API gateway to fetch your data, to control, to do things management, to do identity and access management. And also it provides you with a CLI. And the CLI is a developer tools to interact with the system, the data line system. So as you can see here, this is how it is implemented. You see there is authentication microservices, communicates with user service using gRPC, and they are communicating with thing service. And here's our multi-protocol bridge having the 4 adapters, and this is an API gateway. The message is received, then posted to NATS, and NATS posted to consumers. Consumers is anyone using the 4 protocols, but must have the key, must be authenticated. Not just anyone can consume your data. So how do you say now this is a system that is allowed to consume that? Then that's the CLI comes in handy, where you do things management. You provide key, you generate key, you revoke keys, you give keys timestamp, so that maybe you just want this system to access your data for only today. So that's the CLI, what it does. And there is writer. NATS is connected to a data writer. Whatever you post in data line, whatever your sensors or systems or devices post in data line, NATS is going to post it to a data writer, and the data writer is going to write to persist that data in the database. You are not going to really see that, but what you can use is a data reader which read the data your sensors have posted, and using the API you can read the data. You can use the API to in another system to consume this data. So that's the function of the reader. I think that's pretty much about data line. Yes. Yes, yeah. That's how it. Why data line? Easy storage. I think I have spoken about that. Enable fast prototyping. Interoperability gives you room for scalability and helps you concentrate on newer problems. If you want to build a system that track your cars, you have to concentrate on that, not on how data is stored, not on what protocol you should use, not about the security and so forth. So Thank you guys. We can
Thank you,
see each other
Piers,
on
for the
social
guide,
medias
for the nice
at Twitter,
session.
the handle there.
So we have a couple
GitHub.
questions for you here from Anderson. So the first question is, does data line use MQTT? If not, what protocol does it use?
Mhm. It uses MQTT and the other three protocols as I mentioned. That's why the multi-protocol communication.
Okay,
It
and
uses
how different is
MQTT,
data line
it
from
uses CoAP,
MQTT?
and it uses WebSocket and HTTP. MQTT is a protocol. Data line is a platform. When you are speaking about MQTT, you are speaking about how devices communicate. A set of rules how devices are communicated. That is MQTT, the established protocol on how devices are communicated. But data line, this is a platform for connecting data producers and data consumers. How are these data producer and data consumer communicate? They uses
All right, thank
MQTT
you.
as one of the
Also, is
protocols.
data line
And the
open
other
source?
three protocols, as I mentioned, CoAP, WebSockets, and HTTP. Yes, it is intended to be open sourced. It's yet to be released its first version. I think next month we are going to release it. So it's still developed in-house. It's yet to be released. We are still on latest testing stages to release it. And I see his next question, can I host it locally? Definitely, it is meant to host locally. Is data line accessible as cloud service? Yes, it will be. We are doing some tests and it is located in the cloud. So you can do whatever you want. You can locate it locally. Maybe you don't want your data to be you want your smart house. So it's not really necessary to hold the data on the cloud if the smart house is just connecting your door, your car, your
All
jugs,
right,
your
thank you,
bedroom
Piers.
lights, and so
I
so you can
believe.
host it
Do
locally,
we have any
and
more
you can host it on the
questions
cloud.
from anybody else?
Thank you.
Okay, so we don't have any more questions. Thank you so much, Pius, for having you here today. Thank you for your session, and we hope to have you again another time. Thanks.